Hi, and welcome to another episode of Emerald Isle Vacation Home Specialist. I am your host, Dennis Richkovsky. Some of you recognize me as the co-owner of Flip Flops Donuts, and some of you know me as your broker of real estate, who specializes in waterfront and waterview properties along the Crystal Coast, especially on Bogue Banks and in my town of Emerald Isle, North Carolina. On this channel, you will find essential information from the inside scoops on buying and selling houses to how to live with the ocean, rivers, and sounds that define the Crystal Coast. Today's episode is all about taking a beach vacation to Emerald Isle during coronavirus. Whether you visit here occasionally or live here full time, knowing how the town is responding to coronavirus is a story worth telling. Before I begin, please subscribe to my video channel now or at the end of this episode. For the past 2 years, the coronavirus pandemic has definitely reimagined vacations. In response to lockdowns, many people canceled all unnecessary trips and carefully sheltered in place for months on end. But after quarantine measures began to lift, families started to open up to the idea of taking a vacation. On the one hand, I am acutely aware of the risks of traveling during the pandemic, for myself and for the communities we visit. But on the other hand, there's a way to travel safely and responsibly. And that usually means visiting a vacation destination accessible by car. That rules out cruises and travel overseas. And that makes going to the beach the new IT destination. And so it is little wonder that residents of Maryland, West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina traveled to the Crystal Coast, and especially to Emerald Isle, in droves. Aside from being at most a day's drive by car, Emerald Isle is full of private homes where it is easy for vacationers to practice quarantine measures. Unlike Myrtle Beach to the south and Virginia Beach to the north, Emerald Isle has few condominium complexes where quarantine and social distancing practices are more problematic. Once here on the Crystal Coast, vacationers discover an island, Bogue Banks, made up of funky little beach towns on the southern end of the North Carolina Outer Banks. The towns offer a unique mix of family-friendly activities, affordable vacation rentals, and extremely wide beaches that stretch for over 26 miles. It is easy to book a private home vacation rental with one of the many vacation rental companies that carefully outline their COVID measures. And it is easy to select restaurants with safety measures in place. And you can rest assured that the island's municipalities, businesses, and attractions have been implementing intensive measures to protect visitors and employees, from sanitizing protocols to social distancing procedures. It's no surprise that the Crystal Coast's popularity is on the rise. To be sure, not all impressions are positive for vacationers coming from locales used to 100% mask compliance. Yes, you can pass a brew pub where very few people waiting for tables outside were wearing masks. And on Bogue Inlet Pier, masks were in short supply, and social distancing, not so much. After all, you are visiting a part of the country where Trump flags and Confederate flags often outnumber American flags. But when you check in with one of the many vacation rental home companies to get the keys to your private home vacation rental, you will see the staff in masks, as well as read signs instructing guests to wear masks in common areas. There will be no housekeeping during your stay, but most rentals will have provided you with fresh linens and towels and other amenities such as coffee pots and extra toilet paper rolls. Many oceanfront homes, like mine, are thoroughly modern, complete with fully stocked kitchens. All the rooms in my houses overlook private pools, surrounded by live oak trees for privacy. And both have private access to the ocean, where it is very easy to practice social distancing. The beaches in Emerald Isle are absolutely massive and stretch for 13 miles along the coast, giving beachgoers plenty of room to spread out. Another way to social distance is to rent bikes and travel the 13-mile Emerald Isle bikeway. Many of the restaurants in Emerald Isle, like Snappers, have adapted to COVID by offering open-air seating with tables fairly spread out. Here, the staff wear masks and the bartender will even wear a face shield. You can use a QR code to read the menu on your phones and enjoy a delicious and safe meal of house-made seafood delicacies. In the morning, head over to Flip Flops Donuts, where we serve handmade, made-fresh donuts daily, raised and cake donuts, as well as our famous apple fritters and cinnamon rolls. We have safety measures in place, a few distance tables outside, and guests are instructed to keep 6 feet apart while waiting in line and to wear masks until they get their donuts. Staff wear face coverings, and if you don't want to wait in line for your donuts, you can always make a pre-order online on our website, www.flipflopsdonuts.com. In the afternoon, head over to the North Carolina Aquarium in Pine Knoll Shores. You can reserve times online. Please note that all ticket sales are online only, and due to reduced capacity and demand for tickets, they are requiring guests and members to secure their arrival time and date before their visit. Many vacationers discovered that the summer is not the only time to visit Bogue Banks and Emerald Isle. The spring and fall seasons are equally lovely, and thanks to our proximity to the warm waters of the Gulf Stream, our winters are extremely mild, with high temperatures in the low 60s and low temperatures in the mid 30s. Vacation rentals in the off-season are considerably less compared to the high summer season, and crowds are diminished as well. Bottom line, vacationing in Emerald Isle will add up to a relaxed escape that will be safe and stress-free. And during your stay, the pandemic will feel very far away indeed. To learn more about why the Crystal Coast is such a hot vacation spot during COVID-19 times, subscribe to my newsletter by texting your email address to 919-308-2292. Or sign up for my blog on my website, www.eihomesforsale.com. And subscribe to Emerald Isle Vacation Home Specialist on YouTube at the end of this video. So stay well and stay safe. And come on down, please, and subscribe to my channel below, and definitely return next week to the same bat channel at the same bat time of 9 a.m. on Thursday for another episode of Emerald Isle Vacation Home Specialist.